Yo, what is up, guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. So Adrien Broner be like,
I'm here to date your 6-year-old.
Jesus fucking Christ. So Adrien Broner has been baited out for sliding into a 16-year-old's DMs. Adrien Broner starts the new decade like he spent the last, being an absolute degenerate. Where do we even start with this guy? The guy is an absolute disgrace, and like I said, he is the biggest degenerate in boxing right now. There's no competitor, there's no rival. This guy is the biggest piece of shit in boxing right now. Straight up. You know, way back when this guy came onto the scene, this guy was an absolute arsehole. And when he was young, you know, he was like 21, 22, when he come on the scene, you kind of took it with a grain of salt and maybe thought to yourself, yeah, this guy could actually mature and get better as he gets older. But no, Adrien Broner is the same clown he's always been since day one. In fact, he's arguably getting worse. I mean, there's no excuse for sliding into a 16-year-old's DMs. You know, absolute abhorrent behaviour from Adrien Broner. I mean, this guy's got a rap sheet longer than my fucking dick. This guy's an absolute clown. An absolute clown. And how this guy still gets opportunities in boxing is beyond me, to be quite honest. The only reason he gets opportunities is because of his profile, and his profile has been built on controversy and scandal. He certainly doesn't get opportunities from his talent or his ability or winning high-profile fights. No, he gets rewarded with opportunities based on his personal life and his persona of being a fuck-up, essentially. And, you know, that gets rewarded. And it really is just it's a reflection of Western society. I mean, funnily enough, the child that he hollered was the Cash Me Outside girl. Again, she's not famous because of any talent. She's famous because of that video, the whole Cash Me Outside thing, and basically being a scumbag. That's why she's famous. And, you know, that's why Adrien Broner has gone as far as he has. That's why his profile is as big as it is, because of his scumbag behaviour. And surely eventually there's a cut-off point with Adrien Broner. Surely, if you're Al Heyman and you manage or advise Adrien Broner and he fights under your network, your banner, and under your name, surely there's a cut-off point for Al Heyman, because it doesn't do anybody any good being associated with Adrien Broner, let alone somebody like Al Heyman, a Harvard graduate, businessman, multimillionaire, guy who runs for PBC, manages a ton of fighters. It doesn't look good on Al Heyman being associated with that type of guy, so surely Al Heyman needs to get rid of this guy at some point. I mean, if I was Al Heyman, I would cut ties completely and let Adrien Broner do his own thing. I wouldn't give him any opportunities. Somebody else can have him. He's somebody else's problem because he's not worth it. He's really not worth it, to be quite honest. Yes, he can do a few good viewing figures here and there, but his star power's long gone. The only reason people watch him now is to see him get beat up, to be quite honest. And if Al Heyman is willing to give him another fight, what I would do if I was Al Heyman, I would let Adrien Broner be Errol Spence's tune-up. So let Spence beat up Broner and then cut ties with Adrien Broner, because the guy is no good. He really has very little upside these days. He's not really going to be a world champion again. So Al Heyman should really be looking at cutting ties, because being associated with this guy is not a good look, let's be honest about it. And I know some clown is going to be out there making excuses for Adrien Broner. If you make excuses for that type of behaviour, what he did, then that says a lot about you. I mean, the guy recently paid off a sexual assault case. So this guy's an absolute dirtbag, to be quite honest. And listen, Adrien Broner's time has long gone, and it should have been gone a long time ago. This guy should have been isolated from mainstream boxing a long time ago. But, you know, these promoters will try and milk anything that's left from Adrien Broner's name value. So I'm sure we'll see Broner on our TV screens again real soon, which is unfortunate, but regardless if that happens or not, Adrien Broner is a lost cause. This is not going to be a happy ending, to be quite honest. After boxing, he will be in a bad way after a while, trust me on that. This guy, there is no happy ending. with Adrien Broner. And, you know, I'm quite compassionate. I really am. But with Adrien Broner, I really wouldn't care. I could care less, to be quite honest. The guy, he's had so much time to turn his life around, to turn his career around, to be a better person. But the guy's failed to do so. And again, I'm not trying to be judgmental, but there's a point, right, where there is some behaviour that is just not acceptable. And it's not judgmental to actually point that out. What Adrien Broner does, what he has done, is just absolute gutter behaviour. It is what it is. Anyway, share your thoughts below on Adrien Broner. I'm really not surprised. I mean, nothing surprises me about Adrien Broner. This guy, maybe this guy has something wrong with him, straight up. It's certainly not CTE, because this guy's been displaying these signs for a long time. Like I said, when he was on the come up, he was an arsehole. So I don't think it's anything like CTE, but I really wouldn't be surprised if Adrien Broner has a few screws loose, to be quite honest. But, you know, it is what it is. Share your thoughts below. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Peace.